So you're ready to invest in crypto? Well, you may be approaching this space from a position of a lot of experience, or you may be a complete beginner coming into this space. Before we get into the juicy stuff, how to actually invest in all these different things, we notice that a lot of students have a lot of very basic fundamental problems that need to be solved before they even place their first trade. A lot of these are related to security. A lot of these relate to not being manipulated into scams, setting up all of your stuff correctly, make sure you're using the right devices, and different mindsets that you need so that you don't get killed in the market, essentially. So what we're going to do here is cover a couple of different principles so that you can make the best possible start in the cryptocurrency universe and the best decisions that'll set you up for the long run. So let's get into it. So first things first, with the basic setup. If you're watching this video on a phone, you're already one step behind. Think about all the people out there in the world with their laptops and their big computers. They have big screens, they can look at all the information all at once. Their computers are very fast, they can do multiple things at once. They are professionals. These people have the ability to sit in one place and focus in on the activity that they've chosen to participate in. A lot of people have their phones and they say to themselves, oh, well, why can't I just trade crypto on my phone? Like, I want to be one of these people that's on the beach just making little trades here and there and making money, and it's so easy and everything, right? But that's not the reality of how trading works. You have to be approaching this like a professional. So step number one is to make sure that you get yourself a computer. Probably a laptop will be most appropriate for most people. I'm normally very skeptical when it comes to these types of things. I do not like to recommend things that people do not need. For example, when somebody says, well, what's a good trading laptop? There is no such thing as a good trading laptop. If it runs an internet browser smoothly, it's good to go. There are some things that you do not need in order to trade successfully. Having a gigafast, super ultra laptop, a gaming laptop or a gaming computer, 10 monitors, it's not one of those things. However, the difference between a phone and a laptop or a computer when it comes to trading and investing is the same difference as when somebody breaks into your house while you're sleeping and you have the choice between a machine gun or a slingshot. Which one are you going to choose to try and defend your family? You're going to choose the machine gun, obviously. So in this sense, we use the laptop or the computer for our trading and investing activities. So when it comes to computer security, number one, make sure you don't leave your device unlocked. Make sure you're always having a PIN code or a password or biometric locks on there somehow so people can't get access to your device and make transactions, trades, or investments without your knowledge. Don't let anyone touch your devices. Work friends, family, colleagues, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whoever it is, don't let them touch your devices. You may be very smart, but they might not be. They might click on some links that they're not meant to click on. They may send off a transaction that's not meant to be sent. There's 101 different things that can go wrong when your devices are in the hands of the wrong people. Obviously, this ties back into having a password, having good security, so unauthorized people do not have abilities to use your devices. Only download programs from official websites and sources. Be skeptical. Never trust a link if somebody just sends it to you randomly unless you've absolutely verified that that person knows the source of the material that they're getting. Do not just click on the first links that you see. Make sure you do enough research to verify that the programs that you're putting onto your phones or your computers are the real deal. Again, do not click on shady links. Do not click on ads online that promise you certain things. Do not be gullible. Do not be curious. Be extremely paranoid. Be paranoid every single time. It is a superpower. Paranoia will keep you alive when it comes to computer security and to crypto security, which ends up being your money anyway. Do not connect to public Wi-Fis. Public Wi-Fis have the ability to track and map all of the different traffic that happens over their networks. They will be able to look at your material, they'll be able to look at what you're doing, they'll take records, and who knows what they may use that for in the future. This ties into the next point. Use a VPN. VPNs conceal the information flows that happen between your device and the internet. That way, things can't be tracked. Not to use them for illegal purposes, obviously, but just for your personal security. So if people want to try and find a way of exploiting you, they won't have that information. Passwords. Make sure you have very long and complex passwords. This becomes much easier with a password manager. Never forget your master password that you use to get into your password manager. This will make it super easy for you to have lots of very complex passwords across lots of different services, and you won't need to worry about memorizing them all. This is the best possible way. Don't keep any passwords that are unencrypted or unconcealed on your devices in open text or in plain text. Don't reveal them to anybody, and make sure you log out from any services that you're logged in on your devices occasionally, just to make sure that nobody else in random locations has an open session so that you can boot them off and refresh your security. Browsers. Make sure you're using a safe browser, a browser that doesn't have any backdoors in it, something that's secure. Something like Google Chrome or Brave, they're pretty good as well. Obviously, this is no substitute for your personal research. You'll need to use the browser that's most secure for the functions that you're looking for. Emails. Use a well-known email provider. Gmail is a great example of this. They have fantastic spam filters. Make sure you're always paying very close attention to whether or not the emails you're receiving are spam or not. 99% of the emails you'll probably receive are going to be scams. Do not open them, do not click on the links inside of them, and certainly do not download any attachments from any emails unless you triple verify the sources from those emails. You know exactly where they're coming from. Make sure the password to your emails are secure. Make sure nobody else has access to those. Make sure that you don't give away your email address to random people or services unless they're verified legit. Do get software updates. Make sure that your operating systems and all of the applications on your computers and your phones are all up to date so that they have the best possible chance at defending against any security vulnerabilities that may be inherent in their programming. Making sure the updates are constantly flowing in is a great way of making sure your security is as high as possible. It's no guarantee that the security will work, however, it gives you your best chance. Make sure that you're using a backup of all of your data. Have a portable hard drive with all of your critical files backed up on it, whether or not you use a cloud service or whether you use a physical service, a removable hard drive or such. Make sure you always have copies of everything just in case. Consider encrypting your devices if you know that they're going to be unattended for long periods of time and people may have access to them. Encryption prevents files from being deciphered or copied without a certain password that you have. So if somebody for some reason gets access to all of your files, they still won't be able to read them because they've been encrypted and they'll need your password. If you believe your device has been compromised somehow, consider using anti-malware software to try and find where the compromises are, to get rid of them so that you can continue using your devices. However, the best possible solution to a compromised device is just to do a complete operating system reset. Clean the drive, format it, do a fresh install of the operating system. That way you know that everything on the device is perfectly clean, it's in its safest, rawest possible secure format so that you don't have to worry about anything. You can begin afresh again and you can make better decisions the second time around.